Welcome back to this shadowy corner of your mind. Tonight, we're going to explore the deadly price of vanity. Shall we? Our tale begins in a forgotten antique shop where dust motes dance like lost souls in the late afternoon light. Elle, a woman of striking beauty, wanders the aisles, her stilettos clicking a lonely rhythm on worn floorboards. Her dark hair cascades like spilled ink down her shoulders as she searches for something special, something to perfectly capture her reflection. That's when she sees it. The mirror stands in the far corner, a towering sheet of ancient glass embraced by writhing black iron vines. Rose blooms of metal crawl across its frame, each petal seeming to pulse with a life of its own. The glass ripples faintly, as though it's a window into a world just slightly wrong. That mirror? The shopkeeper's voice scratches like dead leaves across marble. His trembling hands clutch his walking stick tighter. Be careful, miss. Some reflections show more truth than we're ready to see. Elle dismisses his warning with a practiced smile. After all, what harm could come from something so beautiful? That night, as city lights flicker like distant stars below her penthouse window, Elle admires herself in her new acquisition. She twirls in her evening gown, watching the silk catch the light. But then, a movement catches her eye. Her reflection changes. The woman in the glass is still Elle, but cracked. Fissures spider across her face like frozen lightning, spreading deeper with each passing second. Elle blinks, and her reflection is normal again. Must be the wine, she tells herself. But the next morning, something is different. As she applies her makeup, her reflection watches her with eyes that hold nothing but contempt. Elle steps closer, drawn by a morbid fascination. The glass seems to ripple under her touch, and for a moment, she swears she sees something moving behind her reflection. A darkness gathering like storm clouds. That's when the piano music starts. Mrs. Claiborne from upstairs, playing her morning Bach. The notes drift down, discordant and wrong, before cutting off in a scream that seems to go on forever. Elle tries to ignore it, tries to go about her day, but in every window, every chrome surface, every phone screen, she catches glimpses of her reflection watching her. Waiting, smiling with teeth that seem just a little too sharp. When she returns home, the mirror has changed. The iron vines have thickened, spread across her wall like hungry fingers. And her reflection. Her reflection is no longer pretending to be her. The thing in the glass is gaunt, hollow-cheeked, with skin like cracked porcelain. It speaks with Elle's voice, but the words scrape like rusted nails. You wanted to be beautiful forever. Now you will be. The iron vines tear free from the frame with a sound like screaming metal. Elle tries to run, but they're faster, wrapping around her limbs, pulling her toward the glass. Her reflection reaches out, fingers breaking through the mirror's surface like it's water. They found Elle's apartment empty. The mirror still stands there, pristine and innocent, reflecting nothing but the room around it. But sometimes, if you look closely, you might catch a glimpse of something moving behind the glass. A beautiful woman, pounding silently against her prison, her face slowly cracking like fine china left too long in the sun. The mirror still sits in police evidence, waiting. After all, everyone wants to look their best, don't they? And you, my dear listener, when was the last time you really looked at your reflection? Are you sure it's still you looking back?